What's the deal, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Cultivated Minds, and today we're going to be talking about watch this if you are an old soul. Check it out. Man, I know a lot of people will just be feeling, just especially right now in these times, really feeling like, you're an old soul, you're an old spirit. You've always felt this way. You've always felt some type of different, but you couldn't put your finger on it. You didn't really know what it was, but you've always felt, like you just felt like you had an older spirit than most. A lot of people your age, you probably don't almost do anything like them. You just move differently. You operate totally different. You probably, you see the bigger picture of things. You probably look at things more of a deeper perspective. You see it from, you probably delve a lot more into it. You see it from a lot of different angles, and you probably can see maybe the end game of certain things. You tend to be a person who seeks wisdom, seek experiences, and not just from books, things like that. Just, wisdom in different areas. You might really find yourself having a way different friendship or just relationship with an older person, like a grandmother, grandfather. People that's 50, 60, they tend to really gravitate towards you. Like even if it's just family, you feel more of a friendship with these people. You also tend to be into more genuine things. And what do I mean by that? As far as, you're more into the things that matter most, family time, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're healthy, self-care, maybe organization, maybe some type of structured routine in your life, humanitarian type things. You tend to gravitate a lot more towards that. You're not really into maybe the fake things going on, fame, social media, the news, supplements, anything that's gonna, or not to say like supplements, but like anything that isn't pure, anything that isn't natural. You gravitate a lot more towards things that are authentic. Not to say that a supplement isn't, but I was kind of using an example, just like, the things that, they promote, to base off a lot of people's insecurities, because, a lot of times as human nature, we're looking for that magic pill, that magic potion that's going to work. But you more towards, maybe the more so the old school, like more the older spirit, as far as like, the things that, that are pure, the authentic things, the genuine things. And that's what you look for in life, whether it's relationship, friendship. You're not really looking at what everybody got going on or how they live their lives, things like that. You're just trying to see if it's something authentic. That's the shit that you gravitate towards, something that's real, something that's pure, before we started adding all the bullshit, that we have. You're looking at something that's more pure towards your spirit. You could probably be a person who you spend a lot more time in solitude, whether that be outdoors by yourself. You're okay being alone. You know who you are. People might say that you're boring. They might say that, dang, the gnat just keep coming at me, you won't leave. They might say that you're boring. They might not really understand you. They might feel like you're always trying to be different, but that's not even the case. You're just a person who, this is how you been. You're not meant to be like anybody else anyways. You ain't trying to be different. It's just who you are. You live a totally different lifestyle than most of the people your age, and you just might find yourself, you're okay with being alone. You know who you are. You know what you're about. You know your day to day. You know where you're headed. And when people try to tell you who you are or who they think you are, it's funny to you, because you already secure at the core. You are. You done been through those, those darkest times. You done been through the lowest times. Not to say that they don't have things like, you still don't have those situations, but just to say that, it's funny to hear it, because you've been doing the inner work for so long. You could have been feeling some of these ways that people are barely feeling back in high school inside, and you had to start early, on your journey, because something just always felt different. I was the type of person, I could go to a party and it might be cool, whatever, but I just might have felt indifferent. Like I didn't really fit here. Like, this ain't really for me. You tend to be more into, you might be a person who want to go to a coffee shop. Might be want to be a person who want to spend time out in nature. A person who want to spend time out in solitude. A person that you could just chill with a friend, just on some genuine type stuff. It ain't got to be none of y'all doing anything like that. Y'all just having like a authentic conversation, you know, something that's moving to both of you. You're not really probably more so into like the whole partying scene, just being on the scene, meeting celebrities, and just more the things that you feel like is more just real worldly. It's not something that really fulfills you. You find the things that more so fulfill your soul, fulfill your spirit, and that's just how it be a lot of times. But you know, you've always felt something in you that just, you couldn't explain it, but it was always hard for you to fit in. Not to say that you didn't make friends, not to say that you were weird or anything like that. It just, you prefer probably doing your own thing. And some of y'all might have, you know, as even like myself, you might have had a bunch of friends growing up. You know, you might have been around a lot of people who were popular, stuff like that. But you might have always felt something just, this ain't really aligning with my spirit. You know, this ain't really me. You might have felt different, but you in the best position in your life. If you feel like you an old soul, you in the best position right now, because that's the time for you to take care of yourself. Make sure you staying healthy, make sure you getting the sun, make sure you out in nature, and making sure that you just stay on your path and try to figure out what's going to fulfill you and make you happier, because the people that are just like you, they're going to gravitate towards you. You're going to realize the people that are just like you are going to gravitate towards you. It's no, you have to do the norm. You have to be like the traditional way. You have to be how everybody is. You're going to pave your own way, listen to your own self, and keep moving forward and listen to your spirit that you know has always been in depth and speaking to you. You might not have listened to it, and you're going to pave the way for you. And those same people that are out there, which are millions, they're going to gravitate towards it. And if they don't, them just ain't your people. And that's just how it is. You know, as an old soul, you live a totally different lifestyle. And if you find yourself having to explain it to somebody or tell them how it is, then y'all just probably not on the same page. And that's okay. It's not to say that you better than nobody. It's not to say that y'all just on two different paths. That's what it really comes down to. But I know a lot of people might feel, you know, they might feel lonely. You know, they might feel afraid. They might feel just like they hate being this way. But when you start taking care of you, start loving you, start, you know, caring for yourself at all times, you're going to realize it's not bad at all being an old soul. You're going to find yourself having a lot more wisdom. You know, you probably dealt with a lot of experiences already. You're going to realize that a lot of older people and stuff like that are gravitating towards you. You're going to realize that this is probably the best position that you ever were in your life, and you ain't missing out on anything. Because when you kept on, you know, living the way where you felt like you was missing out and you was more so around everybody, living the norm and stuff, you probably were unfulfilled. You weren't happy. You was trying to figure out what's missing. But when you finally went through that journey, you went through that situation, you had to go within. You had to figure out at the core what was going on. You started really doing that self-work. You had them routines, whatever it is that, you know, you had to do in your life. And you realize that's where you got your experience. That's what you learned. What did I need to learn from the situation? And you had to go deep within yourself. You did that inner work at the core. You did it. You did it real tough, to the point where now it's like you're impenetrable. You get what I'm saying? You're impenetrable now, because now it's like, I know who I am. I know what I want to do. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm okay moving this way, you know. As an old soul, you know, maybe a lot of people might judge. They might see you too different. They might always feel like you're trying to do something outside the norm, whatever. But that's okay. If you feel outcast or whatever, you just ain't around the right people, or you ain't met them yet. Whether it be family, whether it be friends, that's just how the game go, you know. And you got to put yourself through these positions. You're gonna be uncomfortable for a little bit, especially when you growing and you learning yourself still. But the more and more that you keep on having these experiences, you keep on learning yourself, you keep on staying true to you, and keep on following what your heart and your spirit is telling you and your intuition, you're going to realize that this path, you in the best position in your life, best position ever. Because now you finding what makes you happy. You find out the thing that's going to help you soar and move forward, you know, as a human being. And how you going to be able to add value to people's life, because you done had these experiences. You done went through different things, and you genuinely want to make an effort to let people know you ain't the only one. And I'm going to give you the tools that I know so far and that I'm still experiencing and getting wisdom from, to let you know so that you won't go through the same exact thing I went through. And you're going to realize that's where your soul's been crying your whole life, to go this direction, to go the direction that it's been telling you when you kept making a left, right, the wrong way. But, you know, they giving us the road the whole time. But you had to go through it. You had to experience it to figure it out. And that's just how it be as an old soul. But it becomes a beautiful thing. You know, at first it's like, you know, you kind of see it like, you know, like a little cub, and you grow into a lion, or however y'all want to put it, you know, cocoon, a butterfly, whatever. But you get what I'm saying, you know. You have to experience, and these things you know you have to go through sometimes. But as an old soul, you in the best position in your life. Don't let nobody tell you else. Don't let nobody tell you anything else. You in the best position in your life. Keep doing you. Keep staying healthy. Keep taking care of yourself. Keep loving you. Keep choosing yourself, and making sure that you're giving your people the game while you're trying to figure out while you're trying to experience and you gain the wisdom you're getting now. That's all I really had to say, though, you guys. I'm just trying to get you guys to think. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. This is Cultivated Minds, and signing out.